Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Wednesday, 19th of February 2025. Internationally, February 19th is celebrated as World Pangolin Day. It falls on the third Saturday of February each year. Here are some key points about the World Pangolin Day. Focus on the conservation. This day aims to raise the awareness about the critically endangered pangolin species, which are heavily poached for their scales and meat. Illegal trafficking. Pangolins are one of the most trafficked animals globally. Global effort organizations worldwide use this day to educate people about the importance of protecting pangolins. Now, starting the newspaper analysis with the world news, including Trump defends doggies move to catch aid to India. Why are we giving $21 million? United States and Russia signal a shift in Ukraine conflict talks sideline Kyiv. Day after Hasina accused humans of the unleashing terrorists, Bangladesh interim government says ousted prime minister's extradition top priority. Japan adopts a new carbon reduction targets energy plan to boost nuclear renewables by 2040. Pope has pneumonia in both lungs but remains in good spirits. Vatican. Australian woman 57 loses rupees 4.2 crore to scammers on dating application. Now, starting the newspaper analysis with the Hindu newspaper. Border arrests plummeted 39% in the January month in early gauge of Trump's immigration policies. Arrests for illegal border crossing from Mexico plummeted 39% in January month from a month earlier, authorities said on Tuesday, an early gauge of President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. The Border Patrol made 21,593 arrests during the month, down from the 47,316 in the December month, and the lowest mark since May 2020, near the peak of the COVID-19 epidemic. According to the United States Customs and Border Protection, arrests for illegal border crossing from Mexico plummeted 39% in the January month from a month earlier, authorities said on Tuesday, an early gauge of President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. The Border Patrol made 21,593 arrests during the month, down from the 47,316 in December, and the lowest mark since May 2020, near the peak of the COVID-19 epidemic, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Call it Trump effect. The White House said in a statement, border arrests fell sharply well before Trump took office from an all-time high of 250,000 in the December 2023. Mexican authorities increased enforcement within their own borders, and then President Joe Biden introduced several asylum restrictions in the June. In India, Rahul Gandhi gets permanent exemption from court appearance in the defamation case, files application to change the nature of trial. A Pune court on Tuesday granted a permanent exemption from appearance to Congress MP Rahul Gandhi in the defamation case, filed his illegal objectionable remarks on Hindutva ideology V.D. Savarkar, citing his top-level security and the leader of opposition status. Rahul Gandhi moved another application to convert the present summary trial into the summons trial so that historical references and evidence can be discussed in the court. A Pune court on Tuesday granted permanent exemption from the appearance to Congress MP Rahul Gandhi in the defamation case, filed over his illegal objectionable remarks on the Hindutva ideology V.D. Savarkar, citing his top-level security and the leader of the opposition status. An application seeking permanent exemption from the appearing before the special court for MP-MLA was moved by advocate Milind Pawar, who is representing Gandhi 54 in the defamation case last month. Now, going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper, states that NIA arrests two for leaking sensitive info on naval base in the Karwar to Pak operative. The National Investigation Agency (NIA) has arrested two civilian contract workers for allegedly leaking sensitive information about the INS Kamdaba naval base in Karwar to a Pakistani intelligence operative, according to people aware of the matter. The INS Kadamba naval base in Karwar. The two, identified as Akshay Naik from Ankola and Vetan Thandal from the Karwar, have been accused of passing classified details, including photographs of restricted areas and naval movements, to a woman posing as a marine officer, the people said. According to NIA officers, the arrests were made on Tuesday with the assistance of Purple Police in Ankola and Karwar. A six-member NIA team from Hyderabad, led by two deputy superintendents of police (DSPs), carried out the operation after getting critical intelligence. The officers added, asking not to be named. The Superintendent of Police (SP) at the Karwar, Narayan M, confirmed that NIA officers interrogated 5 naval-based staff at the Karwar City Police Station on Tuesday morning. After a thorough inquiry, 3 were released while 2 were taken into the custody as they confessed to sharing classified information about the base with the woman, Narayan said. 1984 anti-Sikh riots prosecution seeks death term for Sajjan Kumar. Kumar was convicted on February 12 after a 4-decade-long legal battle with a special judge, Baweja, finding that he actively incited a violent mob to attack the Sikh victims in Saraswati Vihar. The Delhi police on Tuesday demanded the death penalty for the former Congress parliamentarian Sajjan Kumar, contending that his role in the 1984 anti-Sikh riots amounted to genocide and ethnic cleansing. The prosecution stressed that Kumar's previous conviction in a similar case underscores the necessity of the death sentence, as life imprisonment would be inadequate for a severity of his crime that he said was against humanity and targeting the Sikh community. Additional public prosecutor Manish Rawat adduced the submissions before the additional session judge Kaveri Baweja, who has scheduled arguments on the sentencing for February 21. Speculation mounts on Tesla's entry to India as it posts first job openings. Less than a week after Prime Minister Narendra Modi met SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, Tesla has selected Mumbai and Delhi to launch its operations in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Tesla's CEO Elon Musk shared a candid moment during the former's recent US visit. On Tuesday, the United States car maker posted 13 jobs openings in the suburban Mumbai on its official web page for both customer-facing and banking roles, sending ripples across India's automotive scenario. According to Reuters, the company has in talks to open a 5,000 square feet showroom at Bandra Kurla Complex BKC in Mumbai and at Aero City in Delhi for its flagship store in the National Capital Region NCR. India Qatar double raid $28 billion in the next 5 years. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the Amir of the State of the Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Ahmad Al Thani at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi on Tuesday. India and Qatar on Tuesday agreed to double bilateral trade to about $28 billion in the next 5 years, and the Qatar Investment Authority (QIA) proposed to increase its investments in Indian infrastructure projects, smart cities, food parks, startups, and new technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, and machine learning. Now, going toward the economy of the country from the business point of view, PD Singh named new Chart India CEO. PD Singh, the former CEO of the JP Morgan Chase Bank in India, will take over as Standard Chartered as Chief Executive Officer for India from April 1st. Before JP Morgan, Singh was at HSBC, where he spent a decade covering leadership roles. Bhartiya Airtel promoter sells stake worth rupees 8,485 crore. The transaction marks the second major stake sale by Indian continent investment in the recent months. Bhartiya Airtel's shares closed lower by 0.343% at rupees 1,668.40 on the Blended Building Stock Exchange on Tuesday. Post-COVID demand, palliative's health premium growth halves in last 10 months. With the economy losing steam, growth in the gross direct premium income underwritten in the health insurance segment plummeted to 10.44% during the 10 months ended in the January 2025. A major reason for the growth slowing down in the sharp rise in the health insurance premium triggered by medical inflation and high claim status. Now, going to the science and tech, we had more than 150 false killer whales stranded on a beach in Australia's Tasmania state. in this photo provided by the Department of the Natural Resources and Environment, Tasmania, false killer whales are seen stranded Wednesday, February 19, 2025, on a remote beach near Arthur River in Australia's island state of Tasmania. The inaccessibility of the beach, ocean conditions, and challenges to getting specialist equipment to remote area were complicating a response. More than 150 false killer whales are stranded on a remote beach on Australia's island state of Tasmania, officials said on Wednesday, February 19, 2025. Marine experts, including veterinarians, were at the scene near Arthur River on Tasmania's northwest coast. A Department of Natural Resources and Environmental statement said of the 157 beach whales, 136 appear to still be alive, the statement said. The inaccessibility of beach, ocean conditions, and challenges to getting the specialist equipment to the remote areas were complicating a response, the statement said. Authorities have not yet requested public help to rescue the whales, the department said. Arthur River, a local resident, Jocelyn Flint, said her son had discovered the stranded whales around the midnight while fishing for shark. Flint believed authorities were alerted on Tuesday afternoon. She said she had gone to the scene in the dark hours of the morning and returned after the dawn. But the whales were too big to attempt to refloat them. The whales were surging right up and they are thrashing. They are just dying. They have sunk down in the sand. Flint said, "I think it is too late." Webb telescope observes violence around the Milky Way's central black hole. An artistic concept shows the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, known as the Sagittarius, surrounded by a swirling accretion disk of the hot gas. In this undated illustration obtained by Editorial on February 18, 2025. The researchers observed a constant flickering of a light from the swirling disk of gas surrounding the black hole called an accretion disk. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope is providing the best look yet at the chaotic events unfolding around the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, observing a steady flickering of light punctuated by occasional bright flares as a material is drawn inward by its enormous gravitational pull. Webb, which was launched in 2021 and began collecting data in 2022, is enabling astronomers to observe the region around the black hole, called the Sagittarius A or Sagittarius A star, for extended periods for the first time, allowing them to discern patterns of the activity. The region around the Sagittarius A star was seen bubbling with activity rather than remaining in the steady state. The researchers observed a constant flickering of light from the swirling disk of gas surrounding the black hole called an accretion disk. This flickering appears to be emanating from the material very close to event horizon, the point of no return beyond which everything, stars, planets, gas, dust, and all forms of the electromagnetic radiation, gets dragged into oblivion. There are also occasional flares around 1 or 3 large ones over any 24 hours period, with the smaller bursts in the between. Anomaly found in the Pacific Ocean could be global time marker. View of the Pacific Ocean from the International Space Station. Around 10 million years ago, some unknown process seems to have introduced the extra beryllium-10 isotope into the Earth's crust. The Earth must have experienced something exceptional 10 million years ago. Our study of rock samples from the floor of the Pacific Ocean has found a strange increase in the radioactive isotope beryllium-10 during that time. This finding, now published in the Nature Communications, open new pathways for geologists to date past events gleaned from deep within the oceans. Where is Indian Space Research Organization ISRO heading? Sriharikota, January 29. The NVS-02 navigation satellite set to a broad launch vehicle GSLV F-15 from the Stage-Down Space Center SDSC in the Sriharikota on Wednesday. If there is one correct answer to how ISRO and India should orient themselves joining the pursuit of a greater goals versus being led by Indians needed has yet to present itself. Only 3 decades ago, the Indian space program was a diminutive affair dominated by the newfound successes of the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle (PSLV) and then a fledgling clump of communication satellites. Today, the program is largely tree with a flourishing canopy. There is a slew of ongoing projects accompanied by projects being ideated, developed, tested, as well as retired. India to submit updated greenhouse gas inventory to the United Nations soon, while a part of the commitment made at a conference of Party 21 in the 2015 countries started submitting BTRs only by 2024. This is the first such report from India subject to independent expert review. Part of the commitments under the Paris Agreement will include data till 2022, likely to reflect post-COVID emission rise. Official says it is the final stage of preparing its first ever biannual transparency report. BTR part of its commitment as a signatory to the 2015 Paris Agreement on Climate Change. Environment Ministry officials told the Hindu. This report will be India's official position on its greenhouse gas emissions inventory, key sectors and sources, and the steps taken to improve energy efficiency use, as well as the transition to renewable energy sources and the availability of the required resources. At last, there is a famous personality from India who is known by his famous name, Abul Kalam Ghulam Muhyiddin. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, birth anniversary November 11, 1888, up to 22nd February 1958, was an Indian politician, writer, and an activist of the Indian independence movement. A senior leader of the Indian National Congress. Following India's independence, he became the first Minister of Education in the Indian government. He is commonly remembered as Maulana Azad. The word Maulana is an honorific meaning our master, and he had adopted Azad free as his pen name. His contribution to establishing the Education Foundation in India is recognized by celebrating his birthday as National Education Day across India. In October month of 1920, Azad was elected as a member of Foundation Committee to establish Jamia Millia Islamia at Aligarh in the Uttar Pradesh. Without taking help from the British colonial and government, he assisted in shifting the campus of the university from Aligarh to New Delhi in 1934. The main gate number 7 to the main campus of the university is named after him. Azad was one of the main organizers of the Darasana Satyagraha in the 1931 and emerged as one of the most important national leaders of the time, prominently leading the causes of the Hindu-Muslim unity as well as the espousing secularism and socialism. He served as the Congress president from 1940 to 1945, during which the Quiet India Rebellion was launched. Azad was imprisoned together with the entire Congress leadership. He also worked for Hindu-Muslim unity through the Al-Hilal newspaper. Maulana Azad says a very famous quotation. He says that climbing to the top demands the strength, whether it is to the top of the Mount Everest or to the top of your career. Okay, thank you.